What's going on, YouTube? It's Good Call 6 here. Back with another video. This is actually going to be a little bit different one. It's going to be a response video. This is my fourth try. Either I got stuff going on my phone where I exit out and whatnot. Cats knocking over everything. But this is going to be a response video to Chicago fan Jason. My buddy on here is doing a sub contest for the greatest comeback. I'll put his link down below. If you guys aren't subbed to him, I'm sure all you guys are that are subbed to me. Go check him out. Go check out his contest. Really cool contest. Got some great prizes going. So I want to thank you. I really appreciate the generosity that you have with this. But what I want you to do is for the greatest comeback, either in life or in sports. I believe that's what it is. But mine's going to have to do with sports. I'll just get right into it because it's probably going to be a long one. I was like 8 minutes into one of them and then had an eBay ending soon and I closed out of it. So kind of upset, but I'll try to recreate the drama. But cat. But what it is this summer I coach a 14 and 15-year-old Babe Ruth team, what they call here. We have a Babe Ruth division, which is 13, 14, 15, and then a Legion, which is higher up, which is all the higher kids. So I coach the 14 and 15-year-old All-Stars. We haven't had much luck in the recent years. I don't know if it's me, but our baseball program has been going down the drain since what it was, the glory days. But it's slowly building back up. So last year was the first year in a long time that we've actually gone to tournaments before our state tournament, which was really nice to go to get some experience in, to get some games played before state. But this was actually the 4th of July tournament in Kalispell, Montana. There's only 4 teams. It was a Canadian team, us, a Kalispell team, and then another team called Bitterroot. Bitterroot's been a powerhouse the last few years. They've won state last year, I believe, or the year before. Kalispell is always a powerhouse, and I've never seen that Canadian team before, but they're a really good team. All 3 teams that we played were really, really, really good teams. They were, like I said, powerhouses of the state, or had been, and we're kind of getting back to those glory days, I guess. But the previous week we had played in a tournament and actually won it, which was a wood bat tournament. We played a lot more teams. There's way more teams in that than this one. But this one was a really good learning experience. We came back in all of our games, basically, in this tournament, minus the one we had a lead on. First game we played that Canadian team, which was really, really good. They're actually a traveling team. And they travel all over the place, all over around Canada, up into Montana and Idaho and Washington, I believe. So they've been playing together all summer. Our team, we have a league team, and then we can't actually start our all-star team until the league's over. So we only have actually like a month together with our all-star team, so it's kind of tough. But we play that Canadian team. First inning started. I mean, all these teams were twice our size, had been playing, like I said, together all year or all summer. Had a lot of time together. But we played the Canadian team. First inning started. We had our best pitcher on the mound. They ended up scoring 5 runs on us in the first inning. I kind of look over at my bench, and my other coach is like, I really hope this doesn't keep going because this is going to be a long game if that happens. But we held them in the next couple innings. I think we scored a run or 2 in those innings. And then I think the 3rd or 4th inning they scored about 3 more runs to make it 8-2 or 8-3. So we knew, like, yeah, we can play with these kids. We've scored a few runs, so let's see if we can get some more going. Scored a couple more runs, make it 8-5. Actually, I think it was 7-5. I don't remember, but I think the 5th or 6th inning started. We play 7 innings in this time run. I think the time limit is an hour and a half in each game. But it was like 7-5 or something like that. We ended up making a comeback on those guys. Long story short, beat them 10-8. Like I said, they didn't know how they lost to us. They looked at us. We were a bunch of scrawny little kids. Have kids that are barely 5 feet. Just don't really like. You know, the baseball players look like baseball players. That team looked like they were full of Major League Baseball players. They like looked the part of a baseball team. Not saying we don't, but we were a scrappier team compared to them. They looked like they'd been playing for a long time together, and you could tell. So they didn't know how they lost to us, but we ended up beating them. I think it was 10-8. So that was a really good win. The next day we played the team that actually ended up winning the tournament, the Kalispell team. And they were probably twice the size of us. Every single one of their kids were towering over me. I mean, I'm not very tall, but I'm 5'8". But 14 to 15-year-old kids, bigger than me, 6 feet, bigger, bulkier. They were a really good team, really big team. They actually took second at state that same year. So they were a really good team. I think they started out five runs in the first inning too. 4 or 5 runs, and I looked over at my coaches on the bench. Was like, "This is going to be a long one too, or you guys want to make it a game a little bit?" They ended up scoring a couple more runs. Like it was like 6-0. We started getting a few more runs, getting the bats going a little bit. I think it was 6-2 or 6-3. We made it a little bit more interesting. It was like 7-4, 7-5, and then they brought their big pitcher in. This kid was huge. He threw probably 75, 80 miles an hour, which is pretty good for a 15-year-old kid. And I saw him warm up, and I was just like, this kid's nothing. And then he actually got to his actual pitching, and I was just like, whoa. We've never seen a kid like this before. I don't know how you guys are going to do. I mean, we haven't really gone into seeing kids like this. Threw straight fastballs, just hummed it in there. We got our leadoff hitter, who was our best hitter up. He got a hit, base hit, I want to say, and then our lineup kind of like, hey, he's hittable. Anybody can be beat on any given day is what my dad's always told me. And that day, we ended up making a comeback on him. I think it was 9-8. The 6th inning, we were down 8-7. The 7th inning started. We ended up making it 9-8. But the time limit for an hour and a half actually ended. So it reverted back to the last inning, the 6th inning, which made it 8-7 the other team. So all the kids were really bummed that we ended up losing. But when we went up to go shake the other coach's hands, they came up to us. We can't win like that. We want you guys to win that game. They also ran the tournament, so they bent a few rules to give us that win because we did deserve it, making that comeback on them because they didn't think they could be beaten. And I don't think they have been beaten all year up until then. So they actually gave it to us. So they're like, hey, we'll see you anyways later on in the tournament. It being only 4 teams, you know. The next game we played the other team, which was a Bitterroot team. We beat them, and I want to say 11-8 or something like that. We had the lead, I want to say, the whole time. But the next day actually started tournament play. The 3 games before that were pool play. We were the 1 seed because we went 3-0 in our pool. We played the 4 seed, which was the Bitterroot team, who we beat the day before. It was early in the morning, 8 a.m. Game started. Bitterroot came to play. We didn't. Long story short, it was 11-2 going into the 7th inning. One of the parents walked by our dugout, was really upset at us. She's like, "Call us when the game's over. You'll be over in a little bit." So we're like, "All right, if you're gonna be like that, you don't want to watch us. I guess just go sit in your car, because you missed the show." But 11-2, bottom of the 7th inning. We ended up getting a few hits. Couple runs, 11-4, 11-5, and then just out of nowhere, our bats just came alive. They had a few errors, which helped us a lot, but in that league, 14, 15-year-olds, not everyone's perfect. We ended up making a comeback. It was 11-10. Runners on second, I want to say, with 2 outs. One of our kids came up, got a base hit, scored the tying run, made it to the extra innings. We held them in their half of the inning, and then we came up to hit. Our kids started off with a triple. They were playing in on the infield. I had the guy up to bat drop a bunt and drop the best bunt you will ever see to have the kid at third score, and everyone was just going nuts. We ended up calling that parent after that game. All the kids told her to eat shit. Which I thought, it was funny, due to the fact that she didn't give us a chance at all, and all those kids believed that they could, even though they hadn't played up to that ability in the beginning innings. But I thought that was awesome that they called her, not to tell her that to eat shit, but tell her that we won. The whole team, as a team, told her that we won. Yeah, and that was the greatest comeback that I've seen and I've been a part of. Being down 11 runs in the bottom of the inning to where you're batting is just insane. 9 runs. Did I say 11 runs? It was 11-2. 9 runs. We were down 9 runs. To come back from that in the bottom of the 7th inning, after playing all those games and making the comebacks in those, that was personally the greatest comeback I've ever seen and been a part of as a coach. And I just felt awesome in that moment. The next day we ended up playing in the championship. Didn't do so well. We lost like 10-4 or something like that to that Kalispell team. The following week we came back to there. Ended up not doing so well at state. But that was the best team that I've been a part of. We started off 10-0 as a team. Ended up losing 9 in a row. Just shows you how up and down baseball can be sometimes. But that was the funnest summer of baseball I've ever had. And was the best comeback I've ever had or been a part of as a coach, team, player. I used to play all the time. That's the best comeback that I've personally been a part of. So hope you like the story. Long video. Thanks for the contest, Jason. Like I said, if you guys haven't seen the video or aren't sub to him, which you're crazy not to, go check him out now. Hope you like the video. Long one, but worth it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.